last night, stunning the top-seeded Tigers in the semis. Greedy Williams by himself. Front iron miss, clearly in the scout. They're going to let him shoot it.
No question, Dave. He had more time than anything.
Reilly. Oh! 3 on the other end. 3 fouls. 15 for Newby. Watched by Reilly. Newby, the ISO, too strong. Rebound, Timko pulls it away. Up ahead for Reilly, who gathers and scores off the glass. Tough shot.
Feel like a guy,
We're seeing why.
Clarity.
We're seeing why, Pete.
Candidate.
All rookie team members well for good reason. He's been spectacular tonight. He's got 12 points. 7 rebounds for Pasha, the point guard, and 4 assists tonight. Reilly, deep. Oh! Delaware is feeling it. 9 to go in D.C. to crown a champion and punch a ticket to the big dance. Reilly surveys, navigates, 8 to shoot. Cavan Reilly. Obioha's on him. 5 on the timer.
Oh, what a shot!
Past the 7-foot stand. Here's Ross. He'll drive the paint. Needs help. Steal lane. Timko sprinting. Gathers. Here's Reilly. To the basket again. Lays it in!
He's a very good player.
There's a reason. Seahawks the 2 seed. Reilly back up for 2. What a feed from Lane.
Second leading scorer with Townsend.
24 of his 32, Pete, in the quarters against Drexel yesterday. Came in the second half. He was electrifying. As was John Cameron against 4th seeded William Mary here in D.C. in the quarters. Laying the ISO. Lost the handle, comes to Reilly. Reverse layup. Tough shot, Cavan Reilly. Some of the games and FaceTiming Ryan, former Blue Hen star in Europe. Reilly the steal for 2.
He's more relaxed, more comfortable. It's not just about scoring. He didn't think about it. Big time 3 for Dahal.
His first triple of the game. Townsend up a possession. Dwindling clock here, first half from DC. Pasha. Kick out for Reilly. Pump fake. Step back 3. Cavan Reilly has got it.
Under pressure. That's what they do. You got to do something. He's taking their time. He's going to run 28, 30 seconds game almost every possession.
Reilly is free for 3 and buries a Cavan Reilly.
It's Delaware and William and Mary underway. The Blue Hens begin with a basketball. Winner gets Towson tomorrow.
And we have seen Delaware get off to strong offensive starts in 2 games in this tournament. And it's been different players stepping up at different times. Eric Timko has been huge. He's been looking for his shots, as has been Cavan Reilly.
And Reilly on cue knocks.
And Emery, some good minutes off the bench for Delaware as well.
So laborious. First to get the ball inbounds, then to try to get it across half court, and then to get organized and try to run your offense.
Especially when you're so sped up and you're trying to avoid the double teams. You have to keep your spacing, which is what Delaware is working on right now.
And Lane and Emery ended up in the same spot, but Reilly comes open and rattles one home. Get the William and Mary offense going.
It's just a wholesale swap here in terms of William and Mary. Fresh legs on the court already.
Mbang and Pulliam, heroes off the bench in the opening 20 minutes. The lead 3 for the Tribe, Delaware.
Blue Hens doing a good job trying to set screens and get open.
Pulliam shuts down the outside look from Camden. He's stuck with 5 to shoot. Extra feed, Reilly off 1 bounce, foot of the line, 2. Oh, they said.
Great off-ball movement, working without the basketball. Really good find by Campbell.
I mean, that was as pretty as it gets. Timko has 2 bodies come at him. Extra feed to Reilly for the corner 3, knocks it down.
And that was
Lane coming through yet again, and the Hens have opened up a 9-point lead on Campbell. 8:47 to go.
every single play, so active.
What a crossover move from Gregory, but that sums up the afternoon for Campbell.
Believe it or not, Niles Lane leading all scorers right now.
Known for his defense, but showing he is more than that as Camden fouled with
really impressed what we've seen out of him with all the minutes he plays. But the issue for Stony Brook, they're getting some good looks, just haven't been able to capitalize. 0 for 3 in the opening moments of this game. Shots that you normally see them make.
Reilly the pull up, rattles it home.
Haven't even.
Seawolves also at times have struggled this season defensively. Thought though that they did a pretty good job adjusting down the stretch and at least holding their own. Their biggest issue is they don't have any rim protection. You see Delaware trying to space the floor and open up jumpers and driving lanes like this for Timko, who finds a wide open Reilly, and there it is again.
Modi to work that ball around and find C.J. Luster, because that's perhaps the most daylight C.J. Luster's going to see all game long.
Again, Reilly the cut this time as he goes back to it for the layup.
It is a 6-0 Stony Brook run over the last 2.5 minutes. Stony Brook, they have been almost perfect. That's a beautiful pass.
How did Reilly finish that one?
He's just difficult to contain. He has so many things in his arsenal that he can do. And as we've said many times, he has taken this team on his back in the second half.
Reilly has Lane with him. Pull up. Gets the roll.
Seth, Cheyenne, and Harrison on cameras. Ryan on replay. Jordan on graphics. Obviously, Riley Nance directing the show as well. Big thanks to them. It's been a lot of basketball played here in Trask Coliseum. 19 men's basketball games at home when you include the exhibition as McGriff hits the first into Macon Emery, and he's chested by Hodge. Will pick up his third personal foul. UNCW second of the half, but he's got 3, the first Seahawk to have 3. This second half for Obi Oha, 13 for the game to go along with his 6 rebounds.
Bo Montgomery checks in.
Obi Oha, Montgomery, and Moore, each of them with 6 rebounds here in this game, leading the way 20 to right for the Hens. Pasha defended by Montgomery, man-to-man, gets a screen from Emery, goes left, bounce pass to Houston Emery, and the shot with the right hand is good, rolls around and falls through for Emery. 4 points for him, the junior. There's Jerome out front to Middleton, 2-3 zone for UNCW, 1:12 left, 88 to 58. A 30-point lead for UNCW. Middleton's 3, back iron no good. Rasta rebound for UNCW. Gets it off to Williams. Now to Ross. We go under a minute left here inside Trask Coliseum. Ross drives, kicks it off to Anthony. Step back. He'll take the 3. Almost banked it in. Batted out by Mabor. Tracked down by Anthony. Dishes to Mabor.
Put him in the washing machine. Turn on the spin cycle. Ante Berzovic strikes. It's Berzovic now with 3 points. Back the other way. 3-pointer is good. So
That was probably 4 on that one.
Eustace Stonkus is going to check into the lineup. He'll replace A.J. Smith. Get another shooter there. 6.1 seconds left. CJ sprints into the front court. 4 seconds. Big grown man rebound by A.J. Smith and the finish. Charleston up by 8, 48-38. This time the foul will go against Daywolk. No call. And the layup is good by Cavan Reilly. It comes with 31.9 seconds left. That was a quick 2. And honestly,
Boog Robinson to get the first bucket. Joe, maybe Monmouth knows what you're talking about. The inside play could be key for them today.
And that's something for Delaware. Yeah, just shooting the lights out. 6 of 6 from the floor to start the game. There's the first miss. Of course, right on cue.
We need to commission a study into the broadcaster jinx. I'm not willing to give that a broadcaster jinx. It typically is a free throw, highlight play. That's a beautiful move by Reilly, but it's through now. Finding kind of a different defensive first role for King Rice.
He has, but, you know, he had 12 points in the double overtime game against Texas. Actually set career highs in points last 2 games for Monmouth. So we're starting to kind of grow a little bit offensively. This Hawks team is at full strength and rolling. They are such a tough team with all the different things they can do. And Jordan Mecca just adding more for Monmouth. Good to see Jack Collins back on the court now after taking the bump and having his nose start to bleed a little bit, obviously playing with that Rip Hamilton mask.
Yeah, I feel like anytime there's a mask, we automatically go Rip Hamilton. Who would be number 2 on that medal stand?
Well, I think right now, Joel Embiid's playing with a lot of masks.
That's a good point.
Someone in my ear said Dwayne Wade is another one.
That was the producer, Andrew Kurtz. Reilly up and under. It's
all, you know, that can be such a great asset, but sometimes, like a game like this, you end up seeing it kind of rear its head because he can get into foul trouble, though 99 times out of 100 he doesn't. But every once in a while, like a game like today, it ends up kind of getting him into some issues.
Reilly turnaround 2.
Defense there by Jared Valencia, knowing he was in position to disrupt the shot. Stayed vertical, though, so to not get the foul.
And a good job defensively by Camden on Durham. Here comes Timko, bouncing. Reilly, 3, bottom of the net. And he's in range as soon as he crosses midcourt. Huge shot for Monmouth's leading scorer. See what that does for the momentum here in the second half. Pasha's returned, as has Collins for the Hawks. Reilly to the rim. They're going to call goal.
Blakeney turns in the lane, misses. But Cavan Reilly, man, he's defending today.
And he's shooting it.
And knocking it down. McGee steps through.
Skills.
You stepping through like that, there's no fear.
We would be remiss if we didn't mention Victor's play out of the low post. We put a play in just for him. On a dribble handoff, he would keep the ball. I ran into a player from Dayton, Keith Walikowski, who's a very good player at Dayton, and he said to me, "You still run that Bill Phillips?"
Deep right now. Moss with the push. It's the ball from Clem.
They are relentless in their pace. When we look up, Rob, it's 5 Delaware guys running. It's not 3 and 2 trailing. They get everybody down the floor, and they get deep to the corners.
Reilly acted like a lot of folks.
Something must have happened.
Low. Look at that drive by Cavan Reilly. He's putting on.
One of the terms that we use with our teams, Rob, is score stop. That's a spurt. People are always, well, how'd you get a 6-0 spurt? Well, to get a 6-0 spurt, yeah, you had to score 3 times, but you have to get those stops, and they have to be consecutive. Young man.
Clock, he finds McGee, sets his feet.
Nice find by Cole Hargrove. Cody McGee took too much time. Started to find the laces on the ball.
Reilly with a drive. He came wide open.
Catch and shoot 3. It's good. G's got 5 already.
That was a great shot by G. He's worked on his shot a lot, so not surprised.
And the response right, but he's in double figures.
He's doing a great job taking what the defense gives him. He's not forcing anything, and not trying to get his shots, and he's just making the right read over and over again.
Cavan Reilly the other way.
Advantage heading into the locker room, and Delaware responded in the second half. Camden a rebound. Now he'll look to push. Reilly open for a three, and Cavan Reilly
on the way, and it's good.
Well, he only had 6 points, but both of them were 3-pointers from Rice, so picking up where he left off on Thursday night.
Rice with his 7th 3-pointer of the season, and it gives Hampton the early edge, 3-0.
Hampton in a man-to-man defense right now, putting a lot of pressure on Delaware as they go back door for the layup.
And a beautiful feed.
That time, Mullen with the foul. That's going to be his second. So he will be probably coming out the game. I'm sure Coach Thomas does not want him. That time went up, and I thought he was going to dunk the ball as well. Right away, you see Bill.
A little bit more. Under a minute left to play, first half. The Pirates with a stellar first half of basketball. Over 55% shooting, by far their best output of the last 4 games. Beal feeling it. Trevor Smith stuck on 16 points, still a career high for the sophomore.
Only 1 shot attempt in the second half.
Had 15 points in that first half.
Replace him with someone who's also very active, can rebound the basketball, obviously can score when he's around the basket, so not missing much, but you're definitely missing the athleticism when you lose Xavier Long.
Second to go, guarded by Lane, and now the switch. Camden's on him. Crossover and a spin against Camden.
What a rebound.
Bristol Jr., a big offensive board and put back.
What a rebound.
All 4 of his attempts from the field here in the second half.
Because of the threat of him being able to take the defender.
And so has Cam Shell.
Anything to get going, right? The deep three is good from Reilly. It's a 7-0 run over the last 2:11 for Delaware, as the Aggies now in the midst of their second 3-minute-plus scoring drought of the night.
And this scoring drought, Spencer, is different. It's different because they're getting the shots that they want. They're just not making them.
Pasha able to beat Hidi Kudus to the hole.
By Cam Shell, and now they're putting Niles Lane back in. And Spencer, I'm going right at him.
Shooting 2 for the Aggies, number 3, Cam Shell.
Flare pass to Richmond. Kadari Richmond short. Reilly. That'll count.
It was a pleasure to see him really come into his own this season as well. He's been hurt early in his career. Really found himself this season for the Peacocks.
Off on the 3-shot count. Those his first 3 points tonight. A guy who averages 3 from the line.
No question about it, but it also attributes to the other guy stepping up and scoring the basketball while he continues to try to find his groove this evening. And then 14th in the nation is shooting free throws. They go for you if you put them on the foul line.
Things.
He did.
A couple baskets, couple rebounds. Edwards has to get going with 4. He'll launch the three-pointer. Back rim, no good. And it's rebounded by Niles Lane, who's coming to the game. Intriguing player off the bench from Florida.
Yeah, they like this guy. They like him a lot. Said he could be an elite defender. He could lock you up. We'll see when they get on defense.
Timko decides to drive this time, and the kick to Reilly, that pays off. Being hit on his shooting hand.
Continue, though. I was intrigued.
Yeah, because what he was saying, Drew was saying to us, is that if we didn't trust him the way that we do, we wouldn't give him the minutes that we've been giving him.
Right.
And if he's looking for confidence, look at the minutes column, because he's still getting the minutes.
Exactly right. And I think he thinks, meaning Drew, that that's helping him out. We got to, we have to remember the fact that the guy scored 1,300, almost 1,400 points to end that.
Drew was saying, like, against a team like St. Peter's, it's actually easier to rebound to a certain extent, even though they're a very good rebounding team, because you always know where the bodies are. You know where to put your elbows. You know where to put your backside to block out and create space.
There's only a certain amount of room, and you know who's going to be where. It's totally different here. This is what I love about pre-conference ball.
Oh, that was a tough shot.
Taking care of the ball, valuing the ball. That was one of those bad turnovers where it immediately leads to a leak out and a score at the other end.
Once again, attacking the high post of Lane. Got it in the corner to Reilly. Now back working it around the perimeter. Middleton, top of the key, puts it on the floor. Stripped ball in the air. Emery tracks it down. Reilly open in the corner. He'll let it fly, and he buries it. Cavan made field goal for Martez Robinson, who's able to hit the first triple of the game as we wind down the first half for Delaware State.
Delaware can play 2 for 1 here if they wanted.
34 and ticking, 17 on the clock for Pasha. Pasha spins inside, lost his dribble, back to Reilly. Quick trigger, 3, Cavan Reilly. And Newton for Del State, off the pick and roll, unable to get finished underneath. As they had a clean look that time for Andrews, couldn't slam it home. The miss now leads to Delaware the other way. Timko driving, kicking. Reilly drills another, hangs and able to finish, and Martez Robinson, another spin move, another layup. He's starting to get going.
Boy, he is quick in that spin move. What has to happen there? Delaware's got to have some help on the weak side for Cavan.
Give and go to Cavan Reilly, +1. Robinson knocks it down. Mid-range jumper for Martez Robinson. And he continues to be lights out here in half number 2. As again, a careless turnover on the inbound by Timko and Delaware led to the possession of Delaware State, as we're seeing now the full court pressure and now going to sag off of it a bit here with 8:33 to go in the second half. Delaware up 70 out of just a 53.
Well, this Robinson is a prolific scorer. Just went over his 16.5 rate for the season to get 17 so far.
Camden the defense collapses on him. He kicks it out to Reilly. Now it's Allen with 10 to shoot on the right wing. Allen one-on-one with Somerville. Kicks it back out to Reilly. Reilly with 5 to shoot. Step back 3 and cans it. tells us this jump shot is dropped through by Watson. We had a double technical before the break on Teron Allen, and as well a member, I believe it was Somerville, for Delaware State. So double technical and didn't affect anything. They were offsetting there, and we just keep playing ball here at the Bob Carpenter Center.
Well, it's just something where young players just have to control themselves. I felt the officiating crew, Mike Luckey and Wally Bertucki in particular, did a great job of getting things under control immediately.
Cavan Reilly game as that three is canned. A step back three from the lefty, Robert Smith, who is starting to find his stroke here in the second half as well. That backcourt of him and Robinson able to find some scoring here in the second half.
He takes a lot of tough threes. He shoots half of his shots from the three-point line, and now he is getting stoked out there with that left-hand jumper just over the outstretched arm of Cavan Reilly.
Cutting the deficit to 14, drive and kick. Camden to Reilly, and Reilly answers.
Good. Houston Emery in the game for Delaware, along with Niles Lane. Lane didn't play last game. Here's our Reilly layup. Good. Too easy for. Now drives over Emery. No good. Wild shot by Ingram. Quickly the Blue Hens. Cavan Reilly, another open three. Knocks this one down. Good. Another good move by Flash Burton. He's got 4 and the Bronx within 2.
You talk about 2 freshmen on the floor between Pasha and Burton. Not phased by being freshmen out there. They look quite comfortable.
Riley, Weeks 3, good. TJ Weeks from 3.
Point goal, TJ Weeks.
Yeah, I need that all season long from Weeks.
Yeah, mistake there by Delaware. They know on the scout that TJ could shoot the ball, but gave him all day to tee that one up.
Camden now to Allen. Riley, a long 3, got it. Cavan Reilly, left corner, fakes the 3, drives in, then kicks to it. Riley, who's open for 3, no good. Rebound comes to Timko. Cavan Reilly, right in front of his own bench, to Camden. Riley, long 3, got it. It was a matter of time before. Time becoming a factor here. Riley, long 3, got it. Second 3.
Of Yale's 7 points. He was a backup last year behind first-team All-Ivy Leaguer Danny Wolf, who's now a starter with the Michigan Wolverines. Alaton seems to be making that next step into maybe being an All-Ivy League performer himself.
Was deep, ducked behind the screen. The big did not step up and heads. He just ducked right behind it, and that one beyond NBA range.
Riley uses the screen from Camden to clock. Townsend draws a second defender, still goes up. Kept alive, but it comes down to Pasha. The 3-point with 13 points.
And they're putting on a clinic in their transition offense. Unbelievable in terms of how they're pushing the pace. Look at this transition again right here.
But all 5 Yale players on the floor have double figures. Their bench is up and leading the applause. Reilly answers
all the way to lay it in. Folks, it's been a one-man wrecking crew, just continuing to cause chaos on the defensive end, make it difficult for Delaware to run their stuff.
He's already at his season average with 6 points in this contest. Camden with the kick. Riley will crank it from deep. Got it. And the field. One of the things missing in their 2-2 start. After like that, though, a steal by John Camden.
Yeah, and when you have older players on the team, it's a little bit quicker to transition to that.
Approaching 10 seconds to shoot for the Blue Hens. Reilly serves it up, and he has 9. Largest lead of the game for Vermont. Reilly going along the baseline and scoring.
Yeah.
Fiorillo.
Yeah, Fiorillo is feeling it Right now, he is just taking exactly the openings that are given to him from Delaware, and Delaware has to do a better job of closing out on him.
Reilly thought they were in on Monday night. They were down by 16 against Bryant, rallied back to get it to 1, had a chance to win the game, and Reilly.
Oh, that's big.
Alamutu misses the free throw, misses the front end of a 1-and-1. Lane with pace. Reilly launches a 3, got it to go.
Scores his first basket on his home floor.
Yeah, Jai can play. He's a very good player, likes to get to the basket, and certainly can score.
Reilly with the answer on 17. My fault. 1-point contest, 53.5 to play. Pasha, one-on-one with Reeves. Who do the Hens go to? Trying to preserve their lead.
They're going to take a little time here.
Isaiah Pasha, less than 10 to shoot. Pasha backs down Reeves, kicks out to Cavan Reilly in the corner. Reilly.